Okay, welcome to the Let's Enjoy Piano Self-Expression method. We're going to revisit Color My World today in a different perspective. Great tune by Chicago, built on major 7 chords. So we're going to review the components of a major 7 chord. If you have the book, page 61 is the plurality, which we'll deal with that, and page 10 and 11 are all the chords, the shapes of the chords, major, minor, diminished, augmented, the basis of everything to come, page 10 and 11. The cycle on page 20 and the 2 5/1s, we'll touch on that toward the end of a song that establishes the key. And now we're going to look at the plurality of the major 7 chord. That means in a 7 chord, there's 4 notes. But the top 3 notes are a triad. So it behooves you to know your major and minor triads to begin with. It starts with F major 7, which is F-A-C-E. A step away, half step away from the octave is the major 7. This is the octave, and the E is the major 7 of F. So this is F chord with a major 7. And this is closed position. So it's times it's played in a closed position. I did another video in open position. I'm going to look at closed here and also a little of open. So here's closed with the bass in the left hand. Okay, and you're playing F-A-C-E, the face chord. The next chord is A minor. There's no 7 because there's no 4 different notes. There's only 3 notes, A, C, E, and the E is doubled. It's an A minor octave chord, second inversion, and E bass. Okay, so you have F major 7, F-A-C-E, and then they go to A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on every chord. So they call that 12/8. In other words, it's 12/8 notes. So, F-A-C-E and A-C-E. And then we start the cycle, or what happens is a tritone substitution. In other words, it goes down to a B flat chord. B flat D F A is the B flat major 7. We're back to our 7 chords. The 4 notes B flat D F is the B flat chord, and they add the major 7 note, which is a half step below the octave. That's the major 7 note. And in the top there's a D minor chord you can see, so that you can play the B flat and the D minor together, make the major 7. But just look at it a half step from the octave. And now the bass movement goes from a B flat down a fifth to an E flat, major 7. Okay, that's the cycle of fifths, page 20. And in the right hand corner of page 20, I mentioned tritone substitution. It's a 3-step movement. E going to B flat, E goes down to D, that's 1 step, D to C is another step, and C to B flat is 3 steps. That's a tritone. So from the A minor chord with the E in the bass, they go to the B flat movement, which is a tritone substitution. And that's B flat D F A. Now we're going by the cycle. Here's B flat. Now we go down a fifth to E flat major 7. E flat chord is the V chord, page 10. E flat, G, B flat, D. It's kind of zigzag. And why D? It's a half step below the octave. So E flat to E flat and D. That's the major 7 note. E flat, major 7. Then it goes to A flat, down another fifth, A flat. and a C minor. See here, C major, C, E, G, C minor is that, but it's the top three notes of the A flat major 7 chord. A flat, C, E flat, G. If you notice, a major 7 chord has the top three notes as a minor. So when you have a major 7, you have a minor on the top. That's page 55, plurality rule 1. Or you can look at when you're playing it in closed position, as I'm doing now. If you split it and you just play the top three notes, your thumb starts off the 3rd, and that's an extended position. Closed position, match position, both left hand pinky and right thumb are playing the same note. So we're doubling the bass. Now that it goes on a little more advanced, it throws in the 5th. It does fit, but we're not going to get into that today. Just the roots, and follow the root. And so you know the difference between here's closed position with a doubled root, and here's open position. Take the top three notes, A minor, A, C, E with the F. This is the doubled root. A little more solid. And their music in the Chicago transcription, they do it that way with the root, doubled root. Then they put the 5th in. And then they go to the E. Then they go to the B flat. And then the E flat. So if you keep your hand outstretched, you can play the closed position F major 7, A minor octave, B flat major 7, E flat major 7, A flat major 7. Same feel, zigzag on the E flat, zigzag on the A flat. So get your triad down. Notice that there's a triad here and a triad A, C minor on the top. A flat, C, E flat is the A flat major chord. It's black, white, black, and the C minor. So a lot of times you'll play the A flat in the bass, play the C minor here. If you want to reach up to the 9 or octave. So, but your thumb comes off the 3rd. That's on page 61, where you have the plurality idea. You're playing a 4-part chord, but you're splitting it 3 against 1. So it sounds this way, as I did in my first video. Closed position. And then E flat major 7. Okay, so that's closed versus open. You can do what you think you like the most. And that's how you lay out chords, closed, open. You can octavize it also, like I said. That's not Color My World, but it's another variation of the F major 7, because now you have a finger free. You only have 3 notes, you have other fingers free for other melody notes. A minor. Just 3 notes. There's no 7 chord there, but here we go. All the D minor chord. So when you have 4 chords, B flat major 7, kind of restricted to the melody within that hand position. Once you move up to a plurality position, in other words, you're starting higher in the chord, you have more notes free, more fingers free to catch the higher notes, the 9, the octave, and you can even go higher eventually. And that deals with 11 and 9 and 13 chords, but we're not into that today. So that's 2 looks at Color My World revisited through closed position and how things are split. And then when you want to put in the bass, if you're a good reader, you can pick up the Chicago transcription, and you can see how they split their hands, how they double the root. It's a great chord flow melody. Sometimes the chord flow just exists by itself, but this exists as a melody in itself while they're doing a counter melody over the top singing, but that goes on through the whole song. It goes through the cycle, B flat, E flat, A flat, and then it ends with B flat, C, and F, which is the 4-5-1 in the key of F. The 4 chord B flat, 5 chord F, C 7, and it ends with F, but it ends on the major 7, and the flute wiggles between the major 7 and the root. And when Walter does his flute improvisation, he does a lot of things extending the octave. So he's doing, it just takes the chord up, the plurality up. Chord. The others are major 7. That's a dominant 7. D. You have a diminished on the right hand. D, F sharp, A, C. And then G major 7. B, D, F sharp. A B minor chord, top of the G major 7, and you can then add when you learn inversions and octave inversions, etc. It's only 9 chords, so you have to start on the 3rd of E flat. E flat, G, B flat. You have to start on the 3rd so you can reach up to the F on the 9. Unless you do an inversion, and they don't, they do it in root position. E flat, G, B flat, there's the E flat chord, there's the 7, and here's the 9. 2 steps, or skip over the 7. So the layout of your hands are very important. Closed, this how you have to do open. You can't reach the 9 if you start from the root. You can't reach that F unless you have monster hands. So you start at a higher level. So he bases his flute solo on a lot of those extension sounds, and you can listen to that and kind of try to use your ear and copy to see what he does off the chord. But the foundation is there. The chord flow is there through the whole song, and you can improvise accordingly over the top. Okay, I hope that helps you. That revisited Color My World with a little more detail, and I thank everyone for this. Been about 27,000 views of the initial Color My World, and I wanted to revisit it in a little more detail. A couple comments had suggested maybe do that, and so I like to please my customers. Whatever you have an idea, let me know on the comment section. I also give online lessons if you want to touch on these things. If you want to buy the book, go to the website, it's there, and you can go through all these things and follow along in future lessons. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time around.